breaking news. Zoo Army exposed as they claim to have arrested those that killed 5 soldiers in Aba. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 13th of June 2024, and I have a breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, I have some pictorial evidences to shock those who claim to have arrested the buyers of 5 Zoo Janjaweed in Aba. As a matter of fact, we can authoritatively confirm that there were 7 Janjaweed terrorists in military uniform that were sent to judgment on 30th of May 2024 in Aba, but they claim that there were 5. So I don't want to go to that side right now, because that is not the reason why I'm making this very broadcast. I just want to go straight to the point and read from the official and verified X handle of the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military. After that, I will use some pictorial evidences to expose them to the maximum. So I want you to pay attention and don't miss this very evening live broadcast, as I have some videos of Musa, the terrorist commander CDS, preparing Nigerians for the possible military takeover of the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. I want us to read this and move forward from here. According to their tweet today, this very evening, they said, troops raid IPOB/ESN training camp in Abia State, clear bandits hideout in Ondo, recover arms, ammunition. In a clearance operation conducted in the early hours of Wednesday, 12 June 2024, troops of the Nigerian Army, in conjunction with a task force tactical patrol squad, conducted a raid on a training camp of the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB) and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network (ESN), located in Ihechowa community of Arochukwu local government area of Abia State. Now, I'm going to show you something. I don't just want to analyze anything right now, but let me first of all read in details according to how they have reported their own news. After that, I will tell you something and of course expose them. Now, during the operation, troops successfully infiltrated and dismantled the camp, destroying all training apparatus and facilities found on site. The raid marks a critical move in the ongoing effort to curb acts of terrorism by IPOB and ESN, which have been linked to various security challenges and violence unleashed on innocent citizens as well as security operatives in the state. Innocent citizens. Mad people everywhere. In addition to the destruction of the training camp, the troops also targeted buildings used as hideout for key ESN commanders. The operation was executed with precision and yielded significant intelligence. The raid operation was sequel to heightening terrorist activities of IPOB/ESN, targeting law-abiding citizens and government agencies in Abia State and other parts of southeastern Nigeria. Now, I cannot just keep on reading without saying something. You see, this is the second time they have mentioned targeted at innocent or law-abiding citizens. Let me be realistic here. I want to state it categorically clear to all Biafrans. I'm going to put comma in between, so a Fulani man will not disguise himself as a Biafran to come and write nonsense in the comment section. If you are a Biafran with karma, with the law of karma, whether you believe in karma or not, one thing is for sure, that it works and it exists. So if you are a Biafran and you know that Biafra Liberation Army has targeted you or a member of your community in a wrong manner, I want you to state it in the comment section. Remember what they are using here. They said IPOB ESN, but we all know that there is nothing like IPOB ESN anymore. The old Eastern Security Network formed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no more in existence. We collapsed the old ESN completely and formed the Biafra Liberation Army after the formation of the government in exile. So what we have today is Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, with other security agencies under the Biafra Defense Forces. That is what we have today, not ESN. But the reason why they keep using this ESN of a thing is because they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is number one. And number two, they are afraid to use Biafra Liberation Army because they can't afford to validate the military apparatus of the Biafra government. They cannot afford it. They can't afford it. But we are going to force them to use that word very, very soon. Now, Eastern Security Network is nowhere to be found. Anybody telling you about ESN is lying to you. Unless you are telling me people like, DOS Nigeria government officials. If you are talking about the DOS, political organization, they are the only people who will use that word ESN with the Nigeria military in order to keep on implicating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knowing fully well that there is nothing called ESN any longer. That is the truth. If you like, believe it. If you like, leave it. But the truth will always prevail. So if you are a Biafran and you know that Biafra Liberation Army, built to safeguard the Biafran people and guide Biafra land against these terrorists that I'm reading their comments right now, has in any way intimidated you, molested you, or worked against your community, let me know in the comment section, and you must come with a Biafran name. And if you make a comment, I will follow your comment to the profile of the person that make that comment. Whether you comment on YouTube or Facebook, I will follow your comment to your profile to confirm if truly you are a Biafran. And if you are not a Biafran, I will expose you during my live broadcast this very evening. Now, according to them, they continued. Further updates on the operation will be communicated as the troops continue with the operations. In a separate operation, troops of the Nigerian Army, in conjunction with other security agencies, have successfully cleared bandits and criminals' hideouts around Irele, Ibobini, and Segbemi Kiribo in the general area of Ese Odo Forest in Irele local government area of Ondo State. During the clearance operations, the troops recovered one AK-47 rifle, one AK-47 rifle magazine, 5 locally fabricated single-barrel guns, and 1 locally made pistol. Other items recovered from the bandits include 18 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition and 24 live cartridge. Now, my people of Biafra, my beloved people of Biafra, these are the evidences of the recovered items that they claimed to have recovered from the so-called IPOB ESN camp. This is not the only update. Remember, I told you that they claimed to have arrested. I told you that they claimed to have arrested the people that they claim to be the ones that Kpaied 5 soldiers in Aba. So I'm coming there. I'm going to take you there. So just pay attention, relax your mind. Angolango. Now, these are the items that they look at what they claim to have recovered from IPOB ESN camp. Look at it there. I hope you can see it properly. I strongly believe you can see it properly. Let me remove the title from the screen so that you can see it properly, my brothers and sisters of Biafra and of course lovers of freedom. Look at it. Arochukwu, Abia, Nigeria. Look at this one. Arochukwu, Abia, Nigeria. So they claim that this is the training ground of the Eastern Security Network and IPOB. Look at it. Now look at what they claim to have recovered from ESN. Look at mad people everywhere. Now look at this. Can you see the Popare? A whole Biafra, although they didn't mention Biafra Liberation Army, but they say ESN. Remember, whenever they say ESN, IPOB ESN, they are talking about Biafra Liberation Army. Now, look at what they claim that a whole Biafra Liberation Army is using to confront these terrorists. Can you imagine that? Now, as if this is not enough, let me now bust your bubbles. I want to take you to a different dimension. Now, in another update from the same criminal element in the name of Nigeria Army, they said, update on troops clearance operations in Abia State. Sequel to additional intelligence gathered in the aftermath of recent raid operations against the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed wing of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, conducted in Ihechowa community of Arochukwu local government area of Abia State. Troops, in collaboration with other security agencies, have intensified their operations by raiding and clearing IPOB/ESN camps in the Umudi forest and Omuaku areas of Umunnochi local government area today. The operations commenced with an offensive on the first terrorist camp, where troops encountered resistance, and in the firefight, troops neutralized 2 terrorists while others took to their heels, having been overwhelmed by superior firepower. The terrorist camp was subsequently destroyed. Further operations led to the destruction of a shrine and other camp, with several items recovered from the site. Okay, now let us see the items recovered from the site. Items recovered include 1 AK-47 rifle with 1 magazine retaining 49 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition. 1 AK-47 was discovered from the so-called IPOB ESN camp. Wow. 1 AK-47 assault rifle. Wow. Now, 15 pump action cartridges, 3 Bufeng radios, 2 daggers, 5 strike faceplates, 16 phones, 5 solar panel chargers, 4 power banks, a pair of desert boots, 2 Nigeria police black belts, 1 camp gas, a sum of 2,000 naira, 1 ATM card, 2 voters cards, 1 national ID card, 1 NURTW card, 4 wristwatches, a pair of knee guards, 6 bags, 5 phone batteries, 1 torchlight, a nylon bag containing cannabis sativa, 1 umbrella, 5 rings, 1 ornamental neck chain, 3 wristbands, 1 aqua barrette, and 1 container of drugs. These are the things that they claim to have recovered from the so-called IPOB ESN camp in Abia State. Now, they continued. This operation marks a significant step in the ongoing effort to dismantle the operational capabilities of IPOB/ESN in the region, to restoring peace and order in Abia State, and ensuring the safety of residents. Now, I'm going to show you the pictures of what they claim to have recovered in Umunnochi. Pay attention, my people. Can you see? Umunnochi. This is the camp of Biafra Liberation Army. Oh, yeah. Mad people everywhere. Look at where they call the camp of Biafra Liberation Army. These are the things that they recovered. So now, the solar they are talking about are these things you see here. These are the solars that these fools claim to have recovered from Biafra Liberation Army, with all the things you have seen on videos, with all the things we have been posting of Biafra Liberation Army. These are the solars that they claim to have recovered from BLA camp. Unbelievable. Now, look at them here. As if it did not end there. Now, let me show you another thing that they said, and of course, I will be reading this one from The Nation. They said, military raids IPOB enclaves, arrest bias of 5 soldiers in Abia. Did you get that? Look at the date here. 13th June 2024. Mad people everywhere. Military raids IPOB enclaves, arrest bias of 5 soldiers in Abia. Wow. If you do not listen to this very broadcast till this very moment, you have missed a lot. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. They said, Troops on operations in the southeast have arrested the Kpaieds of 5 soldiers during a raid of some hideout of the outlawed Indigenous People of Biafra / Eastern Security Network IPOB / ESN fighters in Abia State. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, announced this during a press briefing on Thursday, June 13. Some gunmen on 30th of May attacked and killed 5 soldiers in Aba. The gunmen were said to be enforcing a sit-at-home order declared by IPOB across the southeast to mark the annual Biafra Remembrance Day. Now, I'm going to tell you something here. This very publication made today is different from the tweet from the X handle of the terrorist organization called Nigerian Army. Now listen, this very publication by the Nation was called from the press briefing of the Nigerian Army today. I want you to pay attention to this. According to their press briefing, which was on video, they claim to have arrested the Kpaieds of the so-called 5 soldiers in Aba. Then, as if it did not end there, what they did is to claim on the video. Remember that they said they, raided 2 IPOB camps, one in Umunoch, the other one in Arochukwu. Now, they didn't say that they have arrested those that killed 5 soldiers in Aba on their official X handle that they, posted today. The operation took place yesterday, which was on 12th June, and they made that tweet today. So they didn't say they arrested those that killed 5 soldiers in Aba on that their tweet. But during their press release, their press briefing, where they came to brief the public on video, they now say they arrested those that killed 5 soldiers in Aba. What a shame. Anyway, I don't have much time to analyze this. I want you to stay tuned today. My live broadcast is supposed to be 7 p.m. Biafran time, but if I miss that very particular time, I will never miss 8 p.m. Biafra time. So please make sure that you are tuned in exactly 8 p.m. Biafran time. I will be live to devour the criminals who are now using indirect way to tell the zoo, citizens to prepare themselves for the possible and inevitable takeover of the military in the damnable Zoological Republic. Musa, you are in trouble. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia and make it go viral.